Welcome to my Dragon Ball Super Broly English dub trailer breakdown, where we're going to be breaking down the dub version of the leaked trailer from yesterday, trailer 2 for Dragon Ball Super Broly, but not the last trailer. I'm expecting one more trailer for this film to drop in November. Now, what we're going to do on this video is not just break down the English dub, the voices, the performance, but I'm also going to talk about some of the comments that I saw yesterday on the first breakdown, not just in my video, but elsewhere on the web about Dragon Ball Super Broly, and some of the comments I want to address about certain things that fans were saying, the Dragon Ball fans were. I want to talk about that a little bit here on this video. Now, another thing I want to tell y'all is there's a lot of confusion, and I got a video coming out very soon that's going to be, I think, crucial to those who might be confused about the way that Bardock and the fall of the Saiyans was portrayed in this Broly trailer in comparison to Minus and in comparison to the original 1991 portrayal from Toriyama of Bardock in the manga. I have a whole video coming out in a couple days here on the channel, in a few days, called Old Bardock versus New Bardock, and we're going to break down the original story of Bardock from the original TV special and anime versus Minus, and talk about like why things were changed and where the changes came from, because people are mad and other people are confused as to why these people are mad, and I'm going to break it down and explain it to y'all. So that's a crucial video if you're confused about this whole thing. But for now, let's break down some of the stuff here in this trailer. Trailer 2 for Broly. That's a good blah. Let's do it. Here we go. Just like before, starts out the same way. Now, I love this shot right here because you can kind of see the architecture on the ship. This is, of course, a higher quality version than what came out yesterday. King Vegeta's palace is up here. Now, I saw some people commenting that they believe that this is not an invasion. They just think it's Frieza landing and meeting the Saiyans for the first time, but not an invasion. I respect that opinion, but it sure as heck looks like an invasion. You know what I'm saying? It's a very aggressive entry into the planet. You know, we have, of course, this in English text. We knew this already, of course. The showing of the classic Frieza soldiers arriving, I guess arriving with Frieza. There's the legendary Chris Ayres, who is indeed the voice of Frieza in this trailer. There's a lot of misconceptions about Chris Ayres. Chris Ayres is Frieza, without question. He is the voice of Frieza. Damon Mills is the backup Frieza for the day that Chris Ayres gets surgery. If Chris Ayres gets surgery, he will take some time away from acting, and now with the Tournament of Power dub coming up, and with the Broly dub coming up, should he have to get the emergency surgery during the time before the film comes out, then Damon Mills might step in. Maybe not. So I'm just letting everybody know that Chris Ayres will be Frieza without question unless his health won't let him. But he sounds incredible. He is the MVP of this trailer, without question. Let's hear.
Hello, monkeys.
Hello, monkeys. I love that line. Now, obviously, in the Japanese version, he just says greetings, but here I like how he says hello, monkeys. He's great at that line. A horrific ruler, and also it's cool because I wonder, you know, if when they actually record the real dub for the movie, if they're going to fix that line and maybe just have him say greetings, because maybe Frieza's condescension for the Saiyans isn't always there until later. Difficult to tell. We'll see if they change it when the final dub comes out in January. This, of course, is closer to the original King Vegeta line. We hear, of course, them saying the Saiyans will, of course, serve my son. That is the voice of King Cold, voiced by Jason Douglas, the same guy who does Beerus. And I did interview Jason Douglas. I have interviews with most of these guys on my channel. Jason Douglas and Chris Ayres. I've interviewed both of them. Look at my Icons of the Dragon Ball Community playlist for all my interviews with the cast.
Frieza and obey his every command.
I will say I love seeing King Cold with that awesome cape and just the badassery of it all. Now, we gotta talk about this because some people were taking me to task over this. I told y'all in the trailer yesterday that the trailer straight up said 3 Saiyans born at around the same time. Okay? This is implying that Vegeta may have been born closer to Goku's age, and that is a problem because that's not how it was originally. In the original manga and Daisenshu 7, feel free to look any of this up, Goku is 5 years younger than Vegeta. After the retcon of Dragon Ball Minus, where Toriyama changed things again, he's anywhere from being 7 years or 2 years younger than Vegeta. But this is implying, and again, I'm not saying it's stating it, but it's implying that they were born around the same time, and it's up to you as to whether or not you believe that 2 years counts as being around the same time. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but the point is, the trailer definitely implied that Vegeta is younger than he actually used to be, which, I mean, I don't have a huge problem with it, but it, again, contradicts prior material tremendously. Kakarot, Baby Goku, the lower class warrior. We all know who this is.
How is Kakarot? Is he still in the nursing capsule?
That is, of course, the voice of Sonny Strait. I'm pretty sure it is. He sounds better now, I think. As Bardock. And like I said before, this is Dragon Ball minus Bardock. And we're going to talk about that in that video I told you about at the beginning of this one. He looks cool, though. I really like here, let's go back. This is King Vegeta, voiced by Chris Sabat. I like how Sabat did not voice Vegeta in this trailer, regular Vegeta, but he did voice King Vegeta. And here, as you can see, this person appears to be Broly. I can't really tell, but it does look like Broly is there.
My boy, you bring honor to our name.
And it's like, again, you're seeing baby Vegeta, what appears to be at the same time as Broly. So it's like they are telling us, I mean, you can't argue with what we're seeing here. It's that Vegeta is all of a sudden going to get retconned to be the same age as Goku and Broly. That is not how it was before. Vegeta was always older. But again, this could be trailer trickery. It could be, okay? It could be possible that this scene actually takes place before Broly is a baby and Kakarot is a baby. I certainly hope so, because if not, we're dealing with Toriyama changing Vegeta's age, and you just can't argue with it. That's what he's doing. But hopefully this scene is earlier in the story.
Power within you is astonishing. You plan to put...
Now, we got to discuss this. Also, we have here Paragus, voiced by Damian Clark, the same guy who voiced him in the old Broly movie, and the same guy who voices him, who voices Cell. And he actually, you know, little known fact, if you don't follow the dub, you might not know this, but the original Trunks special, he was adult Gohan. And then Kale Bear came in and took the role in the video games and, you know, in Super, and of course in a regular, like, teen adult Gohan, not just future Gohan, was Kale Bear. But originally, it was Damian Clark. Now let's hit play here.
To put Broly in a pod and send him to a remote planet?
So Paragus seems to be upset that Broly's being sent to a remote planet. Now some of you were probably wondering, well, why would he be upset? Isn't that what the Saiyans do? Remember, they do that with the lower class Saiyans. This could be a debate where Paragus knows that his son has incredible latent potential, and they're sending him away anyways, and maybe King Vegeta and the rest are measuring his power level incorrectly, and they think he's not that powerful. And maybe Paragus is pissed about that, or maybe he's pissed because he doesn't want to say goodbye to his son. I mean, for all we know that Paragus has a tragic story, so maybe he's just upset that they have to make him get rid of his son, and maybe he doesn't want to go along those rules. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the story. I am interested in that part of it.
I'll raise him to be a mighty warrior, and one day I will have my revenge.
I love that quote. Let me, you know, the scream. You know, I will have my revenge. That's cool. That's cool, baby bro, the exiled warrior. And so the wheels of fate begin to turn. I love the text in this trailer.
Afford to wait. Frieza's up to something. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, Bardock says we can't afford to wait. Frieza's up to something. I'm sure of it. So could be the rebellion that Bardock creates in the original manga and the original TV special. I'm hoping we see it in the movie. I am hoping we see it, but we have to talk about that here in a moment.
It's a perfect plan to get rid of the Saiyans.
Now, a lot of you guys have been asking, are we going to see Beerus tell Frieza, or, you know, authorize the destruction of Planet Vegeta? I don't have an answer for you, but it's possible. There's a couple things that I noticed in the comments from you guys. Raditz and Beerus. Now, just because Raditz and Beerus, and Nappa, actually, Nappa, yes, all three of those characters existed during this time, but just because they're not in the trailer does not mean that they're not in the movie. However, Nappa and Raditz really have no huge bearing on the story, even though Nappa was obviously Vegeta's like partner for many, many, many years, and Raditz is Goku's brother. It's not necessarily part of this story, so we may not see him in the movie, but I do think we'll probably see a cameo from Nappa and Raditz. Beerus, however, appearing here, I think is very likely, at least right around this time. And this, of course, will lead to...
Planet and all. Wouldn't
I love Chris Ayres.
you agree?
Wouldn't you agree? And I think the person he's talking to, wouldn't you agree, is Beerus. I'm pretty sure, right? He was, yeah, get rid of him. This scene, of course, very emotional. As of right now, I have no idea who's going to voice Gine in the Japanese or the English dub. I have no idea who's voicing her as of right now. Maybe we'll find out soon, but I think we will find out soon. But man, very emotional stuff here with the farewell of Kakarot. Just, and the music, the piano just hits me, dude. God, I love that part of this trailer. You know, the legend began here. You know, Kid Vegeta. Now, another thing people are pointing out again is this version of Kid Vegeta does not look like the version we saw in the Bardock special, or even the one that Toriyama... well, it looks more like the minus version, yes, but also in Super, there's a Kid Vegeta that doesn't look the same either. What can I say? Again, you just can't talk about canon, because Toriyama changes his mind on everything all the time. Like, it's... If there is a canon, that canon is ever changing, which is unfair, I think, to all of us as fans, because I think I speak for all of us, or at least most of us. Stop changing the past, dude. Just tell the story right. Stop confusing people. Most of my audience gets it. There's a lot of kids out there that I've seen on Facebook, Instagram, even in real life, who don't understand why there's so many changes, and I don't have an answer for them. Toriyama just does what he wants. You know, honestly. I do love that adorable shot of Broly there, dude. He looks like one of my, not one of my nephews, but I saw a guy, some guy left a comment saying he looked like one of his nephews, and I thought that was kind of funny. Again, this appears to be the destruction of Planet Vegeta. I've had some people say, well, no, maybe it's not. Maybe it's Frieza destroying another planet, like earlier in the film. I have my doubts about that. It could be trailer trickery, but this Frieza looks completely different than he did in the original manga when Toriyama drew Frieza destroying the planet. He looked different. He has the pink look from the manga. However, he's wearing the armor in this scene. So we'll see how it comes out in the movie. But, you know, based on this, and you see Frieza there, and this looks like Planet Vegeta, this is the destruction of Planet Vegeta, and notice there's no Bardock in space. Now, obviously, Dragon Ball Minus does not really talk about the Bardock revolt as much as the original manga and the original anime did, but in the original manga, we have a panel in Chapter 307. Look it up. Chapter 307 of the manga, where we see Bardock in space confronting Frieza like it was in this freaking original special. And yet here he's nowhere to be found. And also in Super, when they showed this scene, they also cut him out of it. So Toriyama's obviously again retconning to where Bardock's no longer in space. Before somebody says, oh, but Geekdom, that was only in the anime special. Wrong. Chapter 307 in the manga. Look it up. If I'm wrong, I'll quit YouTube. I know for a fact I'm not wrong. Chapter 307 of the manga, he's there. Toriyama drew it like that. So let's stop arguing about canon, bro. This guy Toriyama does what he wants. Like I said earlier. I love this shot so much, yo. Just scary looking. Dun, 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 dun. I love that. I love the end of this trailer. You know, they're beautiful. And by the way, yes, this is a total throwback to freaking the Cell Saga. I mean, it looks like Vegeta before he fights Cell. That was probably done on purpose because these guys are all fans of Dragon Ball. And the big Broly freaking punch to the face. 3 destinies collide. I love that trailer. There's problems with the movie, but the trailer, just epic music, epic music, epic voice acting. Kudos to Chris Ayres, Chris Sabat, Damian Clark, Jason Douglas. Who am I missing? Am I missing someone? Sonny Strait. They all did great. That rhymes. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all very soon. Got a stream coming up very soon for you guys in the next few days. We can talk all about this trailer and much more. See you then.